If you're listening to the news and you hear that Bitcoin is up or Bitcoin is down or what's going on with Ethereum or what's going on with, Litecoin, whatever it might be, these different cryptocurrencies out there, there's a lot of excitement behind that. And the thing that is the key of that and what is behind the scenes is the blockchain. That's the backbone basically of cryptocurrency. And that's where a lot of the development and where the emerging technology is. So it's a revolutionary concept and it's an emerging technology. I like to think of it like the internet, and I like to think of it about the early days of the internet in particular, as this is an emerging type of technology. And a couple ways to look at that is I think about pervasiveness and disruptiveness. So if you think about is this blockchain, is this emerging technology, can it be pervasive? Can it be part of the fabric of society? Although it may be in the background, running in the background, it's really a part of the fabric of society. I mean, let me ask you a question. Have you used the internet today? Well, probably. If you're watching me, you probably have. How about a mobile phone? Did you use a mobile phone today or maybe later today? That shows you the idea of pervasiveness where it's just such a part of society. It's like, how do I live without my mobile phone for many people? Well, before there were mobile phones, they somehow got by, right? So it was a very pervasive thing, and so is the blockchain. And then can it be disruptive? Will it make great dramatic changes in the economy and in people's lives? And as part of that disruptiveness, you think about the internet disruptiveness before the internet and then the emergence of the internet and now where we're at with the internet, think of that as be kind of the same concept, I believe, around the blockchain. And there'll be early adopters around this, and there'll be others who come late. Once again, think about the internet, companies that really move fast and forward quickly and really developed a lot of the best practices around that, like an Amazon versus, as an example, versus like a traditional brick and mortar large retailer like Walmart, as another example. Doesn't mean there's not a place for both. It just means for this disruptive technology, Amazon became Amazon because of their early adoption and how they were able to really leverage the internet. And that's the same thing with blockchain. Who's going to be the Amazon of the blockchain will be an interesting thing that we'll start seeing playing out. Because there will be winners and losers. Certainly retail brick and mortar is under a tremendous amount of pressure from the disruptive technology of e-commerce, which is once again the backbone of that is the internet, and then programming and things that go behind that. That'll be the same thing as far as with the blockchain and that technology behind it too. So if you are a growth-oriented investor and you want to see companies and things that really grow and give you a big overall potential, you love things like revolutionary concepts and technology. You love technology because of the way it can be pervasive, the way it can be disruptive, how it can change people's lives, hopefully for the better. And so you love that because you can invest in stocks that will then maybe outperform the market and grow very, very quickly because they're riding that wave of that new technology. An example of that is FANG stocks, commonly known as the FANG stocks, which is Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. Google is now known as Alphabet as far as their trading, but you think of Google. And you think about those companies and how they disrupted and how pervasive they are. I mean, have you used Facebook today? When was the last time you were on Amazon? Some of you may or may not use Netflix, but certainly a streaming service you might use. And then Google for search, you probably use that today too. So with that, these are emerging technologies, or these are companies that rode that emerging technology and have achieved a place of dominance. So we think about the blockchain, who will be the FANG stocks of the blockchain or the equivalent of that. Some of them might be on this list. Certainly, Amazon has talked a lot about the blockchain. So, and the others have too as well. But these are things that you can kind of take a look at as you're starting to think about your own investments into this type of technology. But the idea is that you're looking for stocks that are using, and then maybe building things like exchange-traded funds and other types of investment vehicles. But the idea of this course is thinking about who can be in that emerging area, who can be the next big stock that will come out that is leveraging this type of technology. If I was to do a course, let's say, on virtual reality or augmented reality, I might be talking a lot about Apple, for example, around augmented reality and what they're doing building into their iPhone lineup around augmented reality, amongst others that are out there too. But here we're going to talk about the blockchain and how it relates to cryptocurrency, but also really how it relates across many industries and many sectors of the economy and how it can be pervasive and disruptive, and who can we find and how can we pick winners and be successful as investors.